Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is okay. I changed it, so now this is the pop culture phobe, and I am still jerk. I guess I don't know what's up. So I people that are already like regularly following it are probably gonna notice too much. Maybe I don't know. I guess it'd be hard. We'll see. But I changed my podcast, moved it around a little bit. I guess you would say. Um, I don't know. I've talking to some people and some friends. I always get the question, the objective jerk. What does it mean? And I'm just like, well, I'm kind of a jerk. I'm kind of a smart ass, but I try to look at things objectively. That's where it came from. And but I thought it was clever and everything, but I don't know. People just aren't really. They're like, what? So I don't know. And then plus, um, I'm not documenting, but I'm recording. Not really recording either. I don't know what the right, but I'm annotating. Whatever. I don't know. You guys are following me on my little spiritual journey, as it were. Now, and with that, I'm trying to better myself by, not being so condescending, so negative, so cynical about everything. Just kind of enjoy the moment and be happy and praise Jesus and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not, just because I'm converting to Catholicism or as a Catholic, I'm not going to, start a Catholic channel or, I'll talk about it, but I'm not trying to just focus on one certain thing because I don't know, which I still could have done, I guess, with the objective jerk, but I don't know. I think that sounds pretty good. The objective jerk. Now let's see. I got to think about it. Pop culture phobe. Pop culture phobe. I don't know. I played around with it today. I changed the names of everything, and I'll see how it goes. I guess I don't know. I was trying to. I went through so many figuring out this, trying to get two words to put together, make my own kind of whatever, and it's just I don't know. Pop culture is a good general because it's popular culture. So it's what's popular now. Now is Catholic is not really popular, but it's there. It's in it. It's in the zeitgeist or whatever. So everything I talk about is popular culture. It's what's going on right now. It's the culture. But I named it, pop culture phobe because what people generally think about when they say pop culture is, films and music and just more like the entertainment side of pop culture. So, and right now it's horrendous, you know. Yes, there are some shows and some movies and some comic books and things that are coming out that are still good, but most of it's just crap, man. It's regurgitated crap. I mean, I just now when I was opening up my crap here to record this podcast, I see a thing how they're about to green light a Goonies sequel, and it's just like, gosh, man, enough is enough. A Goonies, like all the things that are going on now is stuff that my generation wished for 20, 25, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? That's when they should have done the sequels. That's when we were wanting it. But now the entertainment industry is so bankrupt and lacking ideas that they cannot think of anything new. It's all just repurposing all stuff that's already been done. And it's disgusting. It's gross. None of it is entertaining. None of it is good. And I don't know if it's, I had this conversation with my son. I think it was yesterday actually, where I was talking about being a Catholic and some of the things I'm learning and this and that, and I told him how, like, for the last, and I've talked about it on the podcast too, how for the last year roughly, maybe a little less, where I just wasn't interested in music and films. It's like I used to be huge into music. Like my whole tattoo on my one arm is all about music, and I loved music. Um, but it's like I just find myself not, like, it's just not interest. Like I have no urge to listen to music, and sometimes I'll force myself and I'll listen to it a little bit, and I'll enjoy it. But it's not like it used to be. And it's the same thing with like movies, especially new movies or TV shows. So, and I told him, I was like, I kind of think that it has to do a little bit with God and my faith that is growing and becoming what it is. Because, pop culture, the entertainment side of it, is a huge distraction for people that are trying to maintain their faith. Um, Sorry, I just kind of lost track because I had to stop it for a minute to yell at my family. They kept knocking on the door. Um, but I just, that's kind of how it is. It's the things that I used to idolize, I guess you could say. I used to idolize musicians and bands and certain actors, I guess, and movies and this and that. Like it was kind of like my idolatry. I can't say it. I would idolize it, right? And I kind of think it's it's God's way of helping me to find Jesus and my faith. You know what I mean? Because it makes it a little easier when nothing seems interesting. I can't figure out what I want to do to occupy my time. But lately it's been reading the Bible, not just the Bible. I can't read just the Bible nonstop, but reading the Bible, watching videos, getting other books to kind of teach myself and just to immerse myself and learn about Catholicism and Jesus and life as far as that goes, the spiritual life instead of the pop culture life. Um I don't know. I don't know if any of that makes any sense, but that's just kind of how I feel right now. So but I mean, I still, I would I would like to, enjoy movies and film, but it's like for the most part, I am very conservative when looking for something to watch. Like I don't just watch just, I think I've said it before, but I don't just watch just anything. I have to kind of do a little research, get someone that whose opinion I trust on a movie and see what they say and just see if it's like, just bull crap or not. And there's most of them aren't crap. Most of them have, more and more. I start watching something and I quit because it's just like, you know, it's not working, and then you have all this, the crap that's coming out, and all these remakes and reboots that are coming out are just straight up trash. And some of you might be like, well, how do you know you're not watching it? Yeah, no, I'm not. Um, I did watch the He-Man Masters of the Universe or the Revelation show, which wasn't garbage, but it wasn't good. Um, but then I've seen, a lot of people are like, well, you can't judge something without watching it. And it's like, well, that's true to a point. you know. But if something doesn't look good to me through the trailer or sound good or whatever, I'm not going to waste my time and watch it. I'm just not. Unless somebody I trust says, "Hey, it's good. It's good. You should watch it." Then I'll watch it. You know what I mean? But I'm not just going to blindly watch whatever. And then I see, that's the new entertainment is YouTube, YouTube has the most subscribers out of anybody, out of Netflix or anything. Everybody watches YouTube because it's so broad. You can watch anything. Whatever you're in the mood for. You want to watch somebody make a little mini log cabin out of sticks or something in the woods or whatever. Make stop motion, cook something, paint this, whatever. It's there. Um, and that's where I watch. That's where I get my information, whether it's news or whether it's movies, reviews, shows, you know. And these individuals will show clips. You can watch some that totally break down a show, and like you're basically watching the show, but they break it down and do whatever. And then I'm watching it, and I'm just like, yeah, this looks like crap. Now, there has been a time where I was going through that and is like, okay, what movie was it? It was a Predator movie, the one with the Indian girl, Native American, whatever. I think it's called Prey. But I remember when that first came out, or when I heard about it, it was like, man, whatever. I don't know. So you get like and then the first trailer kind of turned me off because, she's wanting to be a warrior, which is cool, which is fine, that's who she wants to be. But like the way they did, like, why do you fight against I can't remember the mark, but it just said something that was very condescending, very like, what do they call it? Mary Sue kind of thing. And it's just like, man. So, I wasn't planning on watching it. And then I think I was watching somebody who was basically dissecting it and going through and doing the review, like a spoiler review, telling you everything. And as it was going, I was kind of like, gosh, I don't know, that looks like it's kind of good. That might be kind of good. So I stopped watching what I was watching, and then I went and watched someone else do a review of it that was more, non-spoiler general review. And they said it was pretty good. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. So I watched it and I liked it. I mean, I love it. I don't own it, but I liked it. You know what I mean? So there's a different way to get the information about entertainment, whether it's music, TV shows, or film. Back in the day, it was like you could just be like, here's this movie, The Gargantuan, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then people were like, dude, I'm going to go see it, because it had Arnold Schwarzenegger and it was an action movie or whatever, they were going to go see it. But that time is past, man. Nobody cares about actors anymore because they're all douchebags for the most part. So now it's just like, and then you have the same thing with the directors or the writers. So, before it was like, it was just all about the actor. Nobody paid attention to who the director was. And then after a while, then it was like, oh man, I really like Quentin Tarantino or whatever. I like this director. And so then you would just, if he did a movie, you would watch it. And then now it's to the point to where, okay, actor, check. Director, check. Now you're looking at the writers and producers. What have they done before in the past? So you get a movie and then you're like, oh, this looks so awesome. And then you go and you look and see who the writers are, and you click and you see what they wrote before, and you see all this stupid bullshit they wrote, and you're like, oh man, this is going to suck. And then you don't watch it. That's just kind of how it is, It's like, I think, like Zack Snyder, man, he's got good ideas. I think he has a good story idea, but as far as like a screenplay, he needs to let people do that part of it. I think Rebel Moon could have been awesome. I like his style, but I think he was too much involved with the overall thing. he should have let some other people. Maybe he felt it was like his pet project or whatever. But I like I'll go see a movie of his, or Martin Scorsese movie, or I don't know, Steven Spielberg, even though I don't know, he kind of seems like he's a douche. But I won't go and see just any. So like, okay, let's say Martin Scorsese. Okay, the last Martin Scorsese movie, I didn't see. It didn't really appeal to me, um, because I don't know, Robert De Niro just is a complete loony, and that's not to say I won't ever see anything with him again. But The Irishman I liked. Just so many of the people, I don't, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Is anybody else kind of going through the same? They feel the same dilemmas, I guess, that I am. I don't know. Like like I said, it's not a bad thing because it's letting me focus on myself and my spirituality, and going that route, which is fulfilling for me right now. It's just like every once in a while I'll be like, you know what, I kind of feel like watching a movie. So I'll go down, I'll try, and I'll lay down or whatever, and I'll try and watch something. And I either spend most of the time researching about this movie, or I'll start it and then I end up like, and I'll stop it. I don't watch it. But generally, what I do is I watch movies that I have seen before, or older movies that have been around for a long time that I haven't seen. So I like that Netflix is putting, 90s movies, and even some like old westerns and stuff like that. So there's been a few older westerns that I either saw as a kid but didn't pay attention, or I've never seen. And it was nice. It's like, I mean, and there's always been propaganda in films and whatnot, but it's just lately though, it's just nonstop, and it's just, you just want a good story. You want an interesting story that's well written with some interesting characters. You hate characters that are supposed to be the good guys, and they're just stupid, making stupid decisions, and it's just like, what? You can't. It just takes you out of it. It's hard to find a movie today that just sucks you in, and you lose track of what's going on, and you just completely are in the movie, and then all of a sudden the movie's over, and you're like, whoa, that's crazy. It's over. I didn't wasn't even paying attention. Like now it's like you're constantly like checking your phone for something else, or you go do something else. It's just, movies just don't grab you like they used to. I don't know. It's crazy, but that's kind of so that's the reason why I picked the name for the podcast, or changed it to the Pop Culture Phobe. I don't know. I went through so many different things trying to figure out something that was pretty broad in general, because I talk about kind of everything, so I don't want it to be, but I'm kind of worried that that's going to make people think that I just talk about pop culture, which sometimes I do, but I just talk about whatever's going on that I feel like talking about. Um, but yeah, so let me know what you think. Should I just stay the objective jerk, or is this pop culture phobe, or does it even matter really? I mean, I could do the objective jerk and do. I thought about that for a minute. Maybe like if I want to talk about um, religion, I could have like a channel focused on that, or a podcast focused on that, and then. But it's like, man, I don't know. That just seems like too much. That just seems too crazy. You know, Here I'm going to talk about pop culture. Here I'm going to talk about politics. This one I'm going to talk about my faith. This one I'm going to talk about family, which kind of goes with faith, I guess, and or my life in the Philippines, or whatever. I don't know. It's insane, really. But that's all, I guess. I just wanted to share that, and it's been a few days, so I thought I would kind of talk about whatever. I'm trying not to be overly religious. I mean, I want to be. I want to live that life, and I love that my mind is going there right now. Like that's all I'm thinking about, And I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose interest because of my past ADD kind of whatever. But it all kind of is coming together. It all fits. I I would I was always trying to find a passion or something to really hold my interest, and it would for like a week, and then it kind of wane. I mean, it always comes back, and but this one seems to be holding pretty strong, and it's helping me out mentally, and just my mood is a lot better, which is awesome. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm gonna end it here, or no, I have to. I'm supposed to do it 23 minutes, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? Dang it! But dude, let me know. Um, Pop culture phobe. It doesn't roll off the tongue as objective jerk. And I was looking to do objective perspective, but then there's a YouTube channel and there's some other stuff with that. It had to do with like hallucinogenic mushrooms or something. I don't know. I can't remember, but I was just trying to find something, a name or a title that was completely unique. Anyway, but that's about it. I appreciate your time, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. God bless, and bye. Hey, do me a favor, and however you're either listening or watching this, please give it a like or subscribe or follow or whatever, and then do me another favor and give me a little comment. Let me know what you think, or just a thumbs up, I guess. Whatever, it all helps. I appreciate it, and have a good one.